Okay.
Hi, we are Paul and Mary Sleppy, and we participate in the Red Cross Bike for Life. It's a 300-mile, 5-day-long bike ride from West Newton, PA, which is just south of Pittsburgh, to Washington, D.C. on the Great Allegheny Passage and C&O Canal towpath. We've ridden in the August event for the past 2 years and plan to ride this year also. The ride is a fundraiser for the Red Cross, and all proceeds are used for disaster relief and preparedness training here in western Pennsylvania.
Our story is one of challenging ourselves, training, fun, laughter, growth, teamwork, accomplishment, and lifelong friendships. Paul has always been a cyclist, and I was an on-again, off-again bike rider, depending on my level of depression, which has been a lifelong struggle for me, and my weight, which has also been a struggle for me. When we first married, we were the big winners at a local cash bash. We bought a tandem bicycle with our $1,000 prize money to ride together so I wouldn't get left behind.
In May of 2012, right after Mary turned 50 years old, I received a call from her at work saying she had just signed us up for a 300-mile bike ride in August. This was a little surprising. We had discussed a long-distance bike ride in the past, but I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. So the only thing I could think to say was we need to start training harder. We met the team leader and co-founder, Dave Mickley, who probably didn't know what to think of us at first because we don't look like typical cyclists. He kept asking us how fast we could ride, and since we didn't have any fancy equipment like we do now, Mary's only answer for him was fast.
The only measurement I had when we rode was we always passed everybody else and no one ever passed us. We had a 20-year-old bike which we had since retired. We rode over 60 miles that day from West Newton to Homestead and back. And to our surprise, mostly my own, we got past. There were some serious cyclists out that day. We weren't ready to ride that many miles in one day, let alone every day for 5 days, but we got ourselves ready. We learned that although Dave, who looks like he just came off the Tour de France, is very passionate about this cause, as well as helpful, friendly, funny, and everything you would want in a leader. Every year he welcomes whomever shows any interest in riding with the Red Cross, no matter what your skill level is. He trains, encourages, gives pointers, and gives so much of himself. Last year, the SAG wagon, or support wagon, carried the other co-founder, Dr. Michael Green, a medical doctor and a needed member of the team. This was the first year that Mike invented the Ride Your Bike, Ride in the Comfort of the Support Vehicle package for the fundraising enthusiast that wants to commit to the 300 miles, but not necessarily on a bicycle. And don't let our humor mislead you. Mike is also very passionate about the Red Cross and its mission.
These two gentlemen conceived this ride, which in 5 years has collected over $100,000 to be used right here in our area of western Pennsylvania. This brings us to our contribution in our fundraising. Our first year, this was by far the toughest part of our ride. We would have rather ridden 600 miles than ask all our donors to contribute. But we now realize that we are not trying to separate people from their hard-earned money, but offering them the chance to participate in helping the Red Cross fulfill its mission of preventing and eliminating human suffering. The Red Cross is affiliated with 2 international organizations that help people when they need help the most. There are no boundaries, borders, ethnicity, religion, or any other reason to refuse aid, and simply help because help is needed. We are proud to align our efforts with an organization with our same values, commitment to community, and to the world. Mary and I have raised over $5,000 in the last 2 years. It is a small part of the $100,000, but it is part. We accept no reimbursements and pay for all our own expenses on the ride. Our goal this year is to surpass our pledge amount last year and hopefully pick up some corporate sponsors.
Did it stop?
No, go on.
The friends we have met are unbelievable. They are all wonderful people who we are so proud and honored to know. Robin and her husband Joe, another support person, are just like family. Greg is so handsome I can't help but flirt with him. Elise is so beautiful Paul can't help but be awkward around. Rob is just like one of our kids. Rick and Connie, another tandem team and in their 70s, or an inspiration to us. Jeff, another very handsome doctor who shares Paul's passion for riding. Marcia, another incredible cyclist, and a whole list of riders we train with that have ridden before, plan to ride, enjoy riding with, and supporting us, and take us on sunrise tours of downtown Pittsburgh. If you have any questions, we would be happy to talk with you, or you could call the office for our contact information or Dave's information. If you're interested in riding with us and you happen to be beautiful or handsome, you can rest assured that we're safe and devoted to one another. Thank you for your time and attention, and if you're one of our supporters already, thank you very, very much. Here's to hopefully seeing you and maybe passing you or being passed by you on the trail. Thank you.